Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is Sunil. I welcome you all. Hi, Amol. Can you hear me? Please acknowledge. Hi, Arvind.
We
Can
can
you hear
hear.
me?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yes.
Thank you. Deepesh. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I can hear you.
Jagdish. Jagdish. Good morning.
Class one.
Thank you. Jagdish, maybe we are getting a background noise. Please mute your phone. Hi, Jeevan. Hello, Kranti. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, Kranti?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Hi, Shavan.
Yeah, hi
Hi,
Sunil.
Suresh.
Morning.
Hello. Thank you for joining. Hi, Srini.
Hi, any morning batch or night batch?
Check with the management. Right now, this is the only batch which I am training. Sureka, can you hear me? Srini, can you hear me? Please acknowledge. Amol, are you there in the last session?
No, this is my first session actually.
This is your first
So
session. Did you go through the video of the yesterday session?
no, so that means I didn't get the video.
Okay, check with the management to get the video of yesterday's session. Okay,
Okay,
and
okay, fine.
please have a go
Okay,
through of the previous session.
and I have one more question. Like, is this course is designed for the AWS solution architect or AWS developer?
AWS Solution Architect Associate level.
Okay, and what about developer? AWS developer?
No, this is suitable for developers also, especially for certification point of view. It is a Solution Architect Associate
Okay,
level.
okay, okay. It means it is not for professional, correct?
Not professional, associate level.
Okay, okay, fine, got it.
This is a different course that's for professional level.
Okay,
We'll be
okay.
adding few more services. Okay, that's a different course. Okay,
Yeah.
this is course for who are beginners who want to start with AWS, who are having no exposure on AWS. Okay, that's the right. This is the right course.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Kranti, are you there in the last session? Kranti, are you there in yesterday's session? You will be on mute by default. You need to unmute and talk, Kranti.
Yeah, hi. This is
Hi,
Kranti.
Kranti. Are you there in the last session?
No, no. I will ask
This is the
for
first
the
session.
previous session record.
Okay. Did you go through the video recording of the previous session?
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you.
Shavan, I think you are there in the last session. Am I right?
Yes, Sunil, I was in the last session. Yeah.
Can you give me a quick recap? What did we discuss in the last session?
So we discussed about what is AWS.
Can you tell me what is AWS?
So AWS is a web services. So we have quite a list of web services in AWS.
Offered over the internet?
Yes, using internet we can access all the services.
That's why these are called as cloud platform, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
And we have discussed about three terminologies which defines the cloud. One is
availability, scalability, and pay as you go.
Pay as you go basis. Okay, isn't it? And the leading
Yes.
cloud platform is AWS. Am I right, Shavan?
Yes.
What are the other leading providers of cloud services?
We have Google and Azure.
Azure,
Google,
you're right. Google Cloud
protocol
Platform,
and
GCP, and Microsoft Azure. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Let's start. Any questions on the concepts what we have discussed last session? Any questions on the concepts
sir.
what we have discussed in the last session? It's very simple. It was an introduction class. Okay. Now AWS, as I told you, is collection of services. AWS, as I told you, it's a collection of services. Collection of services makes the cloud platform offered over the internet. Now, if you want to practice this AWS, if you want to use the services of AWS, you need to create an AWS account. Okay, it's a cloud platform. If you want to practice this, unlike other technologies, if you want to practice Python, you need to install Python on your laptop. If you want to practice Java, you need to download and install Java on your laptops. This is a different technology. It's a cloud platform. You cannot download AWS in your laptop or something like that. It's a cloud platform. We will be connecting to that particular cloud platform and practicing all the services, working with all the services which AWS provides. If you want to practice AWS, if you want to experience the AWS services, you need to create an AWS account. This is our agenda for today's session. Please have a look at the slide. We'll be learning how to create a new AWS account. I think few of you already have AWS accounts. That's okay. If you're not having AWS account, please follow the steps which we are learning now. Please follow the steps which I'm showing you now and follow the same steps and go ahead and create a new AWS account. Once you create a new AWS account, yes, then we'll start the practicals. If we'll also learn the first service of AWS, that is EC2. We also learn the first service of AWS that's called as an EC2. Now, what is EC2? We'll experience EC2. We'll learn how to create a Windows machine. What is EC2? We'll learn how to create a Windows machine on AWS. We'll come across a term called key pair. What is key pair? What is the importance of key pair? We'll discuss, and then we'll also learn how to connect to that particular Windows machine on AWS. This is our plan for our today's session. This is our plan for our today's session. To start with, you need to have an AWS account. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn how to create an AWS account. If you want to create an AWS account, you need to have an email address. We all have email address, isn't it? You need to have a mobile number. Fine. We all have mobile numbers. You need to have a debit card. Yes. We all have debit card or credit card. Whichever is preferred. Okay. But debit card is more preferred one rather than using the credit card. These are the three details. If you have these three details, if you have your email address, if you have a mobile number, if you have a debit card, yes, these are the prerequisites. If you have these three details, yes, you can go ahead and create a new AWS account. And one more point before starting a new AWS account. Few participants may have two mobile numbers, isn't it? You may have two SIM cards and two mobile numbers. You need to use a mobile number which is linked to your bank account. Okay. You need to use a mobile number which is linked to your bank account. If you are having two mobile numbers, please make use of the mobile number which is linked to your bank account. These are the three details you need to have. Once you have these three details, and yes, you can go ahead and create a new AWS account. How to create an AWS account? What is the site you need to connect? The site is AWS. Yesterday we have seen it. Shravan, AWS.
Amazon.com.
is the URL. Go to the site aws.amazon.com. Yes, let's proceed. Yes, this is the AWS site. Sign in. If you already have an account, sign in. If you already have an account, I'll sign in using the sign in button. I'll enter my email address, I'll enter the password, I'll sign in. But if you do not have an AWS account, you need to click on this. What is this? Create a new AWS account. Yes. AWS account includes 12 months of free tier access. I think yesterday I have mentioned this. Yesterday I have mentioned this, isn't it? Srini? AWS account which you'll be creating, you can use it for a period of 12 months completely for free. So it's free. So go ahead and create a new AWS account, practice happily. Okay. So I have a screenshot. I have a document with me. I'll be sharing this document to all of you. I have a document with me. Can you see here? Look at the document. Step 1, step 2, a clear step-by-step process. Step 3, step 4. I have clearly created a document which contains a step-by-step process. Now I'll be sharing this document to you. So obviously I'll share this document to the management. Management will share the document to you. So using this document, please go ahead and create a new AWS account. What is the first step? This is a site. You already know it, aws.amazon.com. Please observe. Enter your email address. Enter the password of your AWS account, which password you're planning to create for your AWS account. And create a new AWS account name. Enter the email address, enter the password which you want to provide to your AWS account. Confirm password. AWS account name is something like a unique name to your AWS account. Enter these details. Clear? Yes. This is step 1. So you need to furnish step 1. So we need to furnish email address in which step? Step 1. Next. Let's proceed to step 2. Look at the step 2 heading, contact information. In this step 2, one important point, it is asking you what type of account you want to create. Professional account or personal account? Are you using your account for your client or for business purpose, or you are using it for personal purpose? You need to select personal. Account type should be personal. Make sure you select personal. Provide your name, provide your mobile number, and provide the right country. I have seen some participants entering India mobile number and country they'll select as US. You'll not get it. It will not be successful. Provide your mobile number and provide your country and provide your address. Address is anyways. Provide any random address. That's fine. That's it. So we have furnished your mobile number. In which step? Any doubts? Please stop me and ask me your doubts. In step 2, provide your mobile number. Next. Step 3, enter your debit card or credit card details. Yes. Payment information. Step 1, email address and account name. Step 2, mobile number, country and address. Step 3, debit card. Provide the card number, provide the expiry date, provide the card holder's name. Like this. Provide the contact number and provide the address and provide the PAN. PAN is not required. Don't furnish the PAN. You don't need to furnish the PAN. It's optional. Click on no and verify and add. When you add your debit card, it will verify whether the debit card details what you have entered is correct or not by deducting 2 rupees from your bank account. How many rupees will be deducted from your bank account? 2 rupees will be deducted from your bank account. You'll get a one-time password to a mobile number which you have entered. That's it. This is validating your debit card information. Provide the right OTP. Once you validate your debit card, again it will ask you to confirm your identity. You need to again enter the mobile number for second time. In step 2, we have entered your mobile number. This is as per the banking records. Step 3, you need to confirm your identity as per AWS records. Select the right country, 91, country code, and select the right mobile number. You get one more OTP to your mobile. First time OTP is from the banking for validating the debit card. Second time OTP is to validate your mobile number. You get a 4-digit code to your mobile number, verify it. Select the plan. AWS offers you 3 types of plans: the basic plan, developer plan, business plan. Basic plan is more than enough for us to practice. So go for a basic free plan. Select your role of interest. It will ask you enter the role and your interest. Select any role, select any interest. That's it. You get a thank you message. Jagdish, please mute your microphone. Perfect. Done. It's a 9-step process. I'm done creating an AWS account. Final message, thank you. Clear? Is it difficult to create an AWS account? Siva? Sivasai, are you there?
There. Yeah, I'm listening,
Hmm?
sir. Yeah, I'm there, sir.
Please focus on the
Yeah,
session.
I already have an account, sir.
Okay, very good. You already have an AWS account. So please
Yeah,
follow the
yes.
steps. If you're not having an AWS account, please follow the steps and go ahead and create a new
Yes,
AWS account. Once you have an AWS account, yes, you can go ahead and log into your AWS account. Is this clear? Clear about this? And one more important point. Once you follow this, I'll be sharing this document for you. Using this document, go ahead and create a new AWS account. Once you create a new AWS account, it will take a maximum 24 hours to get activated. Don't think that once you create an AWS account, immediately next step you can log in and start using services. That's not right. Okay, it will take 24 hours time to get activated. So if you go ahead and create an AWS account right now, tomorrow you can start practicing. Okay, so don't waste time. Go ahead and create a new AWS account. I already have an AWS account. Okay, I already have an AWS account. Let me log into your AWS account. Let us log into the AWS account. Deeptesh Patel. Can you hear me? Please unmute. Can you hear me, Patel? Bharat, can you hear me?
Yes.
Clear? How to create an AWS account?
Yeah.
So you have an AWS account, Bharat, or you do not have it?
Actually, I had actually. Yeah, 2 weeks back I have created.
Very good. Perfect. So log into your AWS account. This is my AWS account. Next.
Sunil, I have one question.
Yes, Amol.
Yeah, we can see over there root user and I am user, two option over there.
Yes.
So which one
Yes.
we select?
By default, the AWS account which you create is a root user.
Okay.
Okay. By
Okay.
default, the AWS account which we create is a root user. There is a service called IAM, stands for Identity and Access Management. Amol, there is a service called IAM, where in which we can create an IAM user. Okay. Now at that
Okay.
point of time, we learn how to log in using IAM user, but by default, you log in as a, can you see here?
Root. Yeah,
Log in
root
as a
user.
root user. So the AWS free account which you have created is also a root user account. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I am logged into my AWS account. Jagdish, clear how to create
Yes,
an
sir.
AWS account? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
AWS is collection of what, Jagdish? It is collection of services.
Services.
Where can we see list of all the services? Under services, can you see I have logged into my AWS account? Okay.
Okay.
I have logged into my AWS account.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my AWS account name, AWS training. Go to services. These are the list of services AWS provides. My God, hundreds of services. How many services we are learning? Hundreds of services. How many services are available? Hundreds of services are available. Okay. Okay. Out of which we are learning primary services, the most important services which are used by almost all the clients. So yesterday we have discussed about list of services which are covering as part of the course, and then today we are starting about the what service. Okay, so we have learned how to create a new AWS account. Now we are learning about what is the first service called as EC2. We are learning the first service called as EC2. Under services, select the first service, that is EC2. First service called EC2. What is EC2? What is the importance of EC2? Let's try to understand. Stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. What does the Elastic Compute Cloud defines? What does AWS says about this EC2? Amazon.
Sir, why it's elastic? Because we
Elastic.
can expand as per our requirements.
Sorry.
We can expand as per our requirements.
That's why it is elastic.
Yeah,
Elasticity.
yeah,
You can expand it. There's no restriction there. You cannot. There's nothing called you cannot expand, isn't it? That's why it's called as an elastic.
Okay,
Scalability. Okay. Amazon EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud provides a scalable computing capacity. Scalable computing capacity in the web services in AWS cloud. Using EC2 eliminates the need for investing of your hardware infrastructure. You can develop and deploy applications faster. We can develop and deploy applications faster. Okay, this is the definition of AWS. Let's make the concept very simple. Let's make the concept. What does EC2 helps us? For example, see, look at this. Please look at this. EC2 is a service using which you can create a virtual machines. EC2 service using which you can create a virtual machines. What do you mean by virtual machines? 1 minute. What do you mean by virtual machines? Let's try to understand. Now, Arvind, can you hear me? This is my laptop. This is which operating system you can clearly see. This is what operating system? This is Windows machine, Windows operating system. Am I right, Arvind? My laptop is installed with which operating system? Windows operating system. Okay, but I want Linux operating system. My laptop is currently installed with Windows machine. But what I want, my requirement is I want to have a Linux machine. Okay, option 1, what I can do, Arvind, I can format my laptop and I'll install Linux. That's option 1.
Yes.
Option 1, if you want Linux, we have no other option. You need to format your Windows machine and install Linux operating system, you'll get Linux. That's option 1, format the machine. Option 2,
otherwise we will install VMware.
Exactly, otherwise we will install VMware. So this is our laptop. Try to understand the architecture. This is your laptop. On what operating system is running my laptop? Windows operating system. Laptop is nothing but hardware, isn't it? And what I have installed, actually the main operating system which is running my laptop is Windows 10. Okay, but what is my requirement? My requirement is Linux. Option 1, I can format my Windows and I can install Linux on my laptop. Option 2, can you see, as someone has told you, we have a concept of VMware workstation. So I can use this VMware workstation, a virtualization tool. Okay, inside this VMware, I can create a Linux machine. Please observe. Please observe. Yes. This is my Linux machine. I got it. This is my requirement. I want Linux. Yes, I'm able to do it. Open terminal. Yes, open terminal. ls to see list of all the files. Yes, exit. I'm back. This is my Linux, Red Hat Linux operating system. I got it. Did I format it? No. What I have done, on top of Windows, I have installed a tool called VMware. On top of Windows, I have installed a tool called as, what is the tool? VMware. On top of VMware, I have created what machine? Jagdish, please mute. We are getting a background noise. Thank you, Jagdish. We're getting a lot of background noise. Thank you. On top of VMware, what I have done? I have installed Linux. Perfect. So this is my request. So whenever I want Linux, I'll use VMware. Whenever I want my actual Windows, I can use it happily, isn't it? So my solution is it. So option 1, I need to format. Option 2, I can install VMware on top of VMware, or what I want the operating system, which I can do it, isn't it? Which is best option? This is second one is option best. Whenever I want Windows for day-to-day activities, I do it. Specifically, if I want to work with Linux, I can start VMware and work with Linux. Okay. Option 3, the same Linux machine, I can create it on AWS cloud. The same Linux machine, I can have it on AWS cloud. So we will learn how to create a virtual machine like Linux or Windows, whichever you want. Yes, you can create it on AWS cloud. In this session, I'll show you practically how to create a Windows machine or a Linux machine, whatever. We'll learn both. How to create it on AWS. For that, we use a service called as EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. Is a service which helps you to create your own machines. Today you want Linux, tomorrow you want Windows, tomorrow you want Ubuntu, next time you want some other operating system. Yes, anything you want, you can do it. SUSE Linux, anything you want, you can create it using the service called as EC2. Elastic Compute Cloud is a service which helps you to create your own virtual machines as per your business requirements. Clear about the purpose behind the EC2? Any questions? Sampath? Is this clear about the concept of EC2 and what is the purpose behind using the EC2? Bharat? Amol? Any questions? Jeevan?
No, sir. No, sir.
Perfect. Sureka?
Yeah.
Mohini, can you hear me? Looks like Mohini, you're facing some problems
Yeah.
connecting to the session today.
No. Actually, some other meeting was also going on. So.
Sachin, yes, please. Any questions, Sachin? Please acknowledge. Perfect. Okay. One more important point of observation you need to keep in mind with respect to option 2. Option 2, what I have done, I have shown you practically, right? I have created Linux machine on VMware. Whenever you want to, let's say I don't want this. Okay. I don't want this. Whenever you don't want this Linux machine, what you can do, you can suspend this. That's okay. Let me suspend. I want to suspend this Linux machine. Suspended. Okay. Now remember, whenever you want to run a virtual machine, it needs 3 important components. Every machine needs 3 important components. What are the 3 important components every machine needs? What are the 3 important components every machine needs? Every machine needs RAM, isn't it? You need a RAM. You need a CPU. And you need hard drive. That's nothing but a hard disk space. These are the 3 components which are required to run any machine. In fact, I have just shown you how to run a virtual machine, how to run a Linux machine on VMware. It is using RAM. Can you see this? If you look at the settings, this VMware is allocated how much RAM? 2 GB RAM. So this particular Linux machine, which I've just shown you on VMware, how much RAM I have allocated to this Linux machine? 2 GB RAM. Are you understanding? Total, my laptop is having 8 GB RAM. Total, my laptop is having 8 GB RAM. Out of 8 GB, how much RAM I have allocated to this Linux? 2 GB. Remaining 6 GB it uses by Windows machine to run its actual operating system. How many CPUs? I have allocated 2 processors. My laptop comes with 4 processors. I have allocated 2 processors, CPU 2 CPUs. How much hard disk space? My laptop is having 500 GB. My laptop comes with 500 GB of hard disk. How much hard disk space I have allocated? 100 GB hard disk space. These are the 3 important components required. These are the 3 important hardware components required to run any virtual machine, whether it is on VMware also. Clear about this? Yes. Now, let's say my laptop, I don't want Linux in my laptop on my VMware. I want to learn how to create a virtual machine directly on cloud. That is option 3. I'm showing you how to create a machine on AWS cloud. Let's proceed. Any questions? Okay. Let's proceed. So synonyms, look at this. I have logged into my AWS. Okay. Go to instances. Instances are nothing but machines. How many instances are there? There's 1 instance already running. It's already stopped. I already created 1 machine. Jagadish, please mute. Thank you. Thank you. I logged into AWS. What is the service I have selected? I have selected a service called as EC2. Inside the service EC2, I have selected what option? This is the EC2 dashboard. Please select the option instances. And here you will find all the machines which are available. As of now, how many machines are available? One machine, I'm already using it for some other batch. Coming to if it is a new AWS account, it's an empty space. You will not find any machines. Okay, what do you mean by instance? What do you mean by instance? Instance is a machine. Instance is called as a computer, instance is called as a machine, instance is called as PC, server, according to AWS terminology. These are called as instances. I want to create a new machine. You can say I want to create an instance. I want to create a new server. You can say it's an instance. I want to create a new computer. You can say it as an instance. Instance is a terminology which is used by AWS. Okay, now I'm showing you how to create a Windows instance or a Windows machine. I want to show you how to create a Windows machine. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. I'll be proceeding. I'll be showing you steps which helps you to create a Windows machine. Any question? If you are unable to understand any single step, please stop me and ask me a question. I am now showing you how to create what machine? Windows machine. Where? Not on my laptop. I'm creating Windows machines on AWS cloud. Let's proceed. Launch instances. Because whenever you want to create an instance, you need to select launch instance. Creating an instance or creating a machine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see here on top 7-step process? Kranti, if you want to create a machine on AWS, how many steps you need to follow? Total 7-step process you need to follow. Let's proceed each and every step. Let's try to understand the importance of each and every step.
Sorry, excuse me, sir. Go back.
Yes.
One step.
Right now we are in step 1. You don't want this? Let's cancel and exit.
Okay.
Yes, please tell me.
Yeah. Instances next.
Which one? This is instance type.
Yeah. First you can click on the instances. Then next step, which one you clicked?
Right now I am in instances.
Okay.
What is our plan? What is our plan?
To create
new instance.
Yeah, new instance.
Isn't it G1? To create a new instance. If you want to create a new instance, you need to click on launch instance button.
For launch. Okay, fine.
You need to click on launch. The moment you click on launch instance, you'll come across a 7-step process. G1, you'll be coming across a 7-step process. Please observe, please read out G1. What's the first step? Choose Amazon machine image. What you need to choose in step 1? Amazon machine image. Amazon machine is nothing but an operating system. To clearly understand, step 1 is selecting an operating system. Which you want to create a machine. Which operating system you want? AWS provides you different types of operating system. Please observe here. We have Red Hat, Linux, SUSE Linux, Amazon Linux, Microsoft Windows. Whichever you want, you can do it. There are different operating systems available. Windows, there are different flavors. Windows, it's SQL Server, is up to your requirement. So I want to create what machine? Windows machine. I want to create not Red Hat, not Amazon Linux. I want to create a Windows machine. 64-bit operating system. So step 1 is selecting what? Operating system. Any doubts? Yes. And remember, when you're selecting an operating system, make sure that it is eligible for free tier. As I told you, we are creating an AWS account. We have created an AWS account, which is what account? Free account, right? So make sure that you select an instance which is eligible for free account. Step 1 is selecting operating system. Done. Step 2, choose an instance type. Do you want a very big machine with 20 GB, 30 GB, 40 GB RAM with 10 processors to 20 processors? How much RAM you want for the machine which you're planning to create? How much hard disk you want? How many CPUs you want? That's all about types of instances. There are different types of instances. Can you see? There are different types of T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 small, medium, large. Okay, T2 null, small. There are a lot of instances available. You need to select the instance as per your requirement. You can go ahead with a very high speed instance, or you can go with a low speed instance. Amazon is very flexible. It's up to you. Out of all these instances which are available, which is the only instance which is available for free tier? Please observe. Observe here. Scroll up. Only second one is eligible for free tier. The second instance comes with how many CPUs? One CPU. Memory is nothing but RAM, 1 GB RAM. Our Windows machine which we are creating, not on VMware. We are creating Windows machine on where? AWS Cloud Platform. On AWS Cloud Platform, we are creating what?
Windows.
Windows machine. We are creating a Windows machine. So whether it is on VMware or Windows, concept is the same. You need three components. What are the three components you require? RAM, CPU, hard drive. This Windows machine which we are creating comes with how much RAM? 1 GB RAM. Please observe here. Yes, it is instance type 1 GB. How many CPU? 1 GB. How many CPUs? 1 CPU. Hard drive, let's proceed. Maybe in coming steps we'll come across the hard drive. Right now 1 GB, 1 CPU. That is step 2. Step 1 is selecting operating system. Step 2 is selecting the instance type. Next. Step 3. Number of instances. At a time you can create 10 instances also. It's up to you basing on the requirement. I don't want to create 10 instances. I just want to show you how to create one instance, number of instances. Step 3. Step 4, add storage. How much hard disk storage is nothing but hard disk space? How much hard disk is allocated to this machine? 30 GB. Yes. The third component is now provided. 30 GB. Hard drive space. Next. Do you want to provide any tags? Tags are nothing but name for the instance. Yes, I'm providing a name as my Windows. What is this? This is the name of the instance. Add tags. Tagging is nothing but naming a machine. What is the machine I'm naming? My Windows. Next. Configure security group. Configure security group. What do you mean by security group? I don't worry about this. Okay, don't worry about this. We'll discuss later. See, I think I don't need this diagram anymore. Isn't it? I don't need this diagram anymore. VMware concept. Yes, we are directly creating Windows on AWS. Let's say once the Windows is created, Windows machine is running on AWS. Right now I'm in Hyderabad. Right now I am in Hyderabad. Okay, I have created Windows machine on AWS. But point is, once the Windows machine is created, you need to connect to that machine, isn't it? How can you connect? You can connect to that Windows machine only when the what is open? Only when the port is opened. What needs to be opened? My dear friends, what needs to be open to connect to the virtual machines? What needs to be open? Port needs to be open. Port is nothing but a gate. Gate of communication. Gateway of communication. That's called a port. Port is nothing but a gate. You need to open the port. Otherwise, you cannot connect to the machine. I'll give a simple example. You buy the pen drive. You want to use that pen drive. What you'll do, you connect to USB port. Am I right? What is port? Port is a point of communication to your laptop. Your laptop comes with ports, right? USB port, port 1, port 2, isn't it? Port is a point, gateway of communication. Same way, if you're creating a Windows machine, you need to have a port open. If you don't have a port, you cannot connect. So security group is all about opening the port. Can you see this port is open? RDP port is open. That's it. This is all about dealing with ports. That's fine. Click on review. Step 7, just reviewing the details. Review the details. Sachin, please mute. Thank you. And whenever you have a question, you can unmute and talk. Whenever you have a question, you can unmute and talk.
I have a question here.
Yes, Mohini.
Yeah, so we are performing any kind of port binding here in the
No,
security.
we're not. We are just mentioning what port needs to be opened for communication, Mohini. Okay?
Oh, that is by default, right?
That's by default.
Okay,
AWS suggested what port we have opened. We have seen it's an RDP port that has been opened. Okay? We'll discuss more in detail about the ports in our coming class.
Sure.
Okay, Mohini? So step 7 is just reviewing the details. I'll just want to review. What is the operating system? Windows operating system. It comes with how many CPUs? 1 CPU. How much RAM? 1 GB RAM. Okay. What port is open? Security group is all about port. This particular port is open. Fine. Instance details. This is the name of the instance. How many number of instances? Only one instance. Yes. Storage. How much hard disk? AWS provides you 30 GB of storage. That's it. Tags are nothing but name for the instance. What is the name you have provided? My Windows is the name you have provided. Click on launch. When you click on launch, one important observation, it will ask you to download a PEM file. The moment you click on launch, after completing all the 8-step process, it will ask you to download KeyPair. Observe here, I'll show you. It will ask you to download KeyPair. You may have a doubt, what is KeyPair? KeyPair is nothing but a file with extension .pem. Let's experience first. I'll experience it. First, let's experience it, and then I'll tell you the importance of KeyPair. Launch. Choose an existing KeyPair or create a new KeyPair. Look at the option. As I told you, it is asking you select an existing KeyPair or create a new KeyPair. It's always good practice to go ahead and create a new KeyPair. KeyPair name can be anything. KeyPair name can be anything. For example, let's name our institute name. What is our institute name? Durgasoft with today's date. Durgasoft with 1, today's first. Download the KeyPair. When you download, what will be the file which get downloaded? File extension will be .pem. Let's experience it. Download. Just it is downloading. Where I want to download, anywhere you want to download, you can download. You can download in your desktop, D drive, C drive. I won't download in my E drive. I've created folder with the name, my name with Sunil, and I'm downloading the KeyPair. Where I'm downloading in E drive Sunil folder, I'm downloading the KeyPair. Yes, the KeyPair has been downloaded. Once the KeyPair has been downloaded, click on launch instance. Yes, the instances are now launching. Scroll down, view instances. I am done creating my instance. Look at the status of the instance. The instance state is pending. You need to wait for 1 minute so that the machine gets started and you get the state as running state. Let's wait for a machine. Let's wait for a minute for the machine to get started. Clear. Is it difficult? Is it a long process? In fact, it's an easy process. It's an 8-step process. Once you're familiar with this, it just takes 2 minutes of time to create a new machine. Yes, it's running now. Instance is up and running. Done. Any questions? Any questions in creating a Windows machine? So all of you who are new, go ahead and create a new AWS account and then create a Windows machine. Yes, Sachin. Yeah, doubt.
Yeah, sir. If in any case, if we'll delete or if our PEM file is deleted, then how can we access this instance?
Okay, first let me explain about the PEM file. Okay, Sachin, but your doubt is clear. When you, in case by any chance if the PEM file is lost, there is an option to recover the PEM file. I'll show you the step. Okay. I'm done, Shavan. I'm done with creating a machine. Which machine I have created? Windows machine. How many steps I have followed? An 8-step process. Done. And remember, whenever you have created a machine on AWS, it is asking you to download a PEM file. Okay, fine. It has been downloaded. Okay, next. What is the next thing you need to learn? You may have a doubt. Okay, sir, you have created a Windows machine on AWS cloud. That's fine. But how to connect to this machine? Where is this machine created? My questions are Sachin. I have created Windows machine, right? Where is this Windows machine created?
So this machine is created inside the AWS or inside the cloud?
You are right. In which region?
Sir, actually, means I have some issue while connecting to your session, so I'll just
Okay.
connect it.
Okay. So you're not familiar about what region. Okay. Observe here,
Yes.
You are in
Sachin.
Mumbai.
Observe here. Yes, you're right. At the right side top, can you see something called Mumbai?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that means this Windows machine is created in Mumbai region.
Okay. Yes, sir.
AWS maintains the data centers across the world. Yesterday we have seen it. How many regions AWS are maintaining the data centers? 22 regions, I think so, isn't it?
Okay.
AWS regions, global infrastructure map, AWS regions, Asia Pacific. These are the regions AWS maintaining the data centers.
Sir, in region, I
Out
have
of
one
which,
doubt. I have one question.
yes, please.
Sir,
So
suppose
AWS, 1 minute, let me
currently,
complete. 1 minute, let me
yeah.
complete. So AWS are maintaining the very big data centers in multiple regions across the world, out of which we have created a Windows machine on which region? Mumbai region. Clear, Sachin? Yes, now tell me your doubt.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, means suppose I have created this instance and this EC2, and I have applied the region in Mumbai. If in
Okay,
any
right.
case, if in any case I want to change my region to New York or something else, is there
You can do that.
difference between the means while connecting? Is there the speed issues or something else?
No, generally it will not be speed issues, but it's always better to create the machines in the nearest region. Okay,
Okay.
Sachin, right now I'm in
Yes.
Hyderabad. For me, what is the nearest region? The nearest region is
Mumbai.
Mumbai. So I prefer creating in
Yeah.
Mumbai rather than creating somewhere in Sydney or in UK or Europe, isn't it? So that's the reason I have selected Mumbai region. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's always better to create machines on the nearest region so that you'll have no network traffic, less latency, there's no delay. Otherwise, you'll have some fraction of seconds of difference. That's it. Okay. Done.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
So the point is, a Windows machine is somewhere in Mumbai. I'm in Hyderabad. Okay, now how can I connect? How can I connect? Okay, if you want to connect to Windows machine which is running on AWS, it could be any region. Mumbai region is not important, but how to connect, whether it is Mumbai or Sydney, whatever it is, how to connect? We use a terminal called as remote desktop. Remote desktop. This is a terminal which helps you to connect to remote machine. So please look at this. Where is remote desktop? By default, you'll get this application called remote desktop. Search for remote desktop connection. This by default, you'll get it. Right now also, if you can try it in your laptops. In your laptop, please try if you're having Windows 10 or Windows 7. Search for remote. You'll get remote desktop. Sachin, try it. Are you getting remote desktop connection like this?
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Yes, you have it. You don't need to install it again. By default, when you install Windows, you get it. Every laptop is having remote desktop connection. If you want, you can participants, you can try it now. Your laptop is having Windows remote desktop, your laptop or desktop. Okay. Use the remote desktop. What is a remote desktop connection? Is a terminal which is used to connect to the remote desktop. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll open. But how to connect, sir? What is a username? What are the details I need to select? I need to provide to connect. Please observe here. I've clearly mentioned this in the notes. I have clearly mentioned the notes. Amazon machine image, T2 micro, number of instances, 30 GB storage. That's fine. It will ask you to download a key pair. Yes, instances. Now the new Windows machine, if you want to connect, you need 3 details. What are the details you need to connect to the remote machine? DNS name, username, password. What are the 3 credentials required? Remote desktop is an application, that's fine. But what are the credentials which is required? You need DNS name. You need username. You need password. These are the 3 credentials required to connect to the Windows machine. Okay. So where I can get the credentials? This is the Windows machine which you have created. It's right now running. Select the vision. Click on connect. Can you get public DNS? Yes, I got my DNS name, right? Okay, DNS name is ready. One credential is ready. What is the second credential we need? Username. Okay, username is also ready. AWS is also providing you the username. Okay, now what we need? We need password. It's not providing the password. You need to get the password. How can you get the password? Using the key pair which you have
Using the
downloaded.
pen.
Do you remember? Yes, that's the security. At the time of creating the machines, once you complete all the steps, at the last it's asking you to download a key pair. I told you key pair is nothing but a file with extension .pem. What is the importance of this key pair? I said I'll discuss later. This PEM file is used to get the password. Click on get password, upload the PEM file and generate the password. Click on get password, upload the key pair. Can you see key pair name? It is asking you upload durgasoft1.pem. Is durgasoft1.pem? Choose it. Choose the file. Where is the PEM file you have downloaded? It is downloaded in E drive, Sunil folder, durgasoft1.pem. I have uploaded. Decrypt. Then you get the password. Yes, this is the password. This is the password. Copy. I got it. I have the DNS name. I have the username. Right? And you have the password. That's it. If you have these credentials, yes, you can connect it. Where I need to provide these credentials, friends? Where I should provide these details? You should provide these details in the terminal called as remote desktop connection. Open remote desktop connection. I already have opened it. If you don't know how to open, I'll show you. Look at this. Open. If you search for remote desktop, you'll get it. Computer is nothing but the DNS name. Connect. Connect. Username. We have it. Administrator. Password. Are you sure you want to connect? Yes. Let's wait for a few seconds. Successful. I have connected. Which machine? Windows machine. Is it my Windows machine? Is it my Windows machine? No, it's a remote Windows machine. Where is this Windows machine installed? In Mumbai. My Windows machine is this. This is my Windows, actual Windows machine. But I have connected to virtual machine. What is the RAM of this machine? I have a questions. Sachin, what is the RAM of this machine? How much RAM?
1 GB.
So 1 GB RAM.
How to know? You have this PC, right?
Actually, the detail is displaying at the right side of the pen.
Yes. Yes, you can do that, or you can go to this PC. Go to properties.
Property.
1 GB RAM. 64-bit operating system. 1 CPU. This is a CPU. What is the hard disk space? Do you know what is the hard disk space? Go to my computer. This PC.
30 GB, I think, sir.
30 GB. 29.9 GB. That's nothing but 30 GB. Got it? As I told you, 3 important components are required. Whether you want to run it is on VMware on cloud. What are the 3 important components I told you? 1 GB, 1 CPU, and 30 GB. Is it matching? According to these relations. Now my laptop is having 8 GB. Did I provide 1 GB from my laptop? Jagdish, please mute. Okay. My Windows, this remote Windows machine is having 1 GB RAM. Is it 1 GB RAM I have allocated from my laptop? No. AWS is providing the hardware. AWS are maintaining hardware. Hundreds of RAMs and hundreds of CPUs are available in the data centers of AWS. It's not using my hardware. It's not using my hardware. I'm using AWS hardware. It's providing you for free. AWS a 30 GB hard disk. Did I provide it from my laptop? No. AWS provides hard disk. AWS provides you RAM. AWS provides you CPU. This hardware is provided by AWS. You go ahead and create an AWS account and launch the machines whichever you want. In the same way, once you work on AWS and whenever the client needs, client says, okay, boss, I want to have 64 GB RAM and I want some 5 CPUs. I want to install Tomcat on my cloud platform. Yes, you can do that. Using what service you can create virtual machines? Using the service called as EC2. Elastic Compute Cloud is a service. Elastic Compute Cloud. What is Elastic Compute Cloud? As you have now seen the practicals, Elastic Compute Cloud is a service using which you can create virtual machines. That's the definition. It provides you computing capacity. You can do some computing. It has computing capacity, isn't it? You can perform some activities. It's eliminated. You don't need to buy hardware, boss. You don't need to buy RAM, hardware, CPU. No, don't buy the machines. It's deployed on cloud rather than you maintaining the machines. So this is the process of how to create a machine. Okay, let's say once you're done, once you're done with prior, let's say you want to disconnect it. Yes, close it. That's it. That's it. I want to connect again. Yes, provide the same details. It's running. You have not shut down. The machine is running state. Connect again. Provide the same DNS. Provide the username and administrator password. Are you sure you want to connect? Yes. My machine is happily running in Mumbai. I have connected to that machine. So how can I do this? How can I create virtual machines on cloud platform using the service called as EC2? Using the service called as EC2. So this session, I have shown you the practicals of EC2. We have learned how to create a Windows machine and how to connect to Windows machine using the application remote desktop, and these are the credentials. How to get the credentials, I already have shown you. Yes, create the machine, select the machine, click on connect, get the credentials, get the password. That's it, proceed. Yes.
Hello, sir. I
Yes,
have
any
a doubt.
question? Shiva Sai, please
Yes,
tell me.
sir. It is possible to. Yes, sir. It is possible to for a Windows machines to create a Windows machine or to launch a Windows machine or Linux machine. Is it possible to launch a Mac OS machine?
Yes. Yes, Apple Mac also you can launch it. You need to select the
Yeah,
first one.
okay,
Choose
sir.
Amazon mission image. Choose Amazon is a
Okay, sir.
mission image. Okay. Yes. Mac OS, Solaris, everything you want, you can do it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sir,
Okay.
one question
And
is,
remember, yes, Sachin.
should I ask, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, as you told me that if my host operating system is Windows, so I have used a remote desktop connection to connect to my cloud machine. But if I'm using Linux as a host operating system, then is the same process or is the same remote desktop connection? Yeah.
Generally, in the projects in the real time, end users will work on Linux or Windows. End users. Sachin, generally
Yes,
end users works on which machine?
generally, sir, depending on the company requirement, some of them are using Linux.
Generally servers will be installed on Linux operating system. End users
Yeah.
works with Windows machines.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, who as an AWS
Yes,
engine, once you, let's say you will be working, you will definitely have a Windows machine, right? Once you get into a job, who you'll be allocated which machine? Windows machine or Linux machine? Windows machine.
actually, I have Linux in my office, and in my laptop.
In case if you have a Linux machine, you need to download that application, remote desktop for Linux. Okay.
Okay.
And provide
Okay.
these credentials. If you're using a Mac machine, even there's an application in iTunes, there's a remote desktop app. You need to download it and connect it. Credentials will remain the same. Only thing what you need is the terminal. Okay. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank
Clear
you, sir.
about this? And let's say once you're done, let's say learn. Don't see this is a Windows machine which you have created. Okay. Let's after practicing, don't directly sign out. How to sign out? From here you need to sign out. Don't directly sign out. Once you're done practicing this Windows machine, you need to stop it. That's a good practice. Don't, because it is free, don't misuse it. Go to actions. Go to actions, instance state. There's an option called stop. Are you sure you want to stop? Yes, I want to stop. Because I'm done with practicing, you need to stop the instance. It takes 1 minute time. The machine will be stopped. Less than a minute. Yes, the machine is stopped. Once you are stopped, yes, then sign out. If you want to practice again, connect instance, actions, instance state, start it. After start it, and you can connect it. After practicing, please stop it and then sign out. Don't directly sign out without stopping. See, when you're, let's say in your personal laptop also, once you're practicing or once you're done with your work, you stop your laptops, isn't it? You don't leave it idle. In the same way, you need to stop the machines and then sign out of Linux machine. So this is what we have planned for our today's session. This is our agenda, isn't it? We have
If
learned
you
EC2
don't,
server.
So,
One minute,
you
please.
don't,
1 minute.
it's
1
not.
minute. EC2 service. 1 minute, please. I'll be answering your questions. EC2 service, you have experienced. EC2 service is all about creating virtual machines on AWS cloud platform. And we have learned how to create a new Windows machine. What is KeyPair? We already experienced it. KeyPair, as of now, is a file with extension .pem, and that KeyPair helps you to generate the password. That's for security reasons, assuming so that nobody else, only you can connect, because only you have the KeyPair. And how to connect to remote desktop? We have seen it using the application called as remote desktop. We have successfully connected to remote desktop, which is somewhere learning in Mumbai location. So this is what we have planned for our today's session. Yes, your doubts. Yes. Someone is asking doubts.
yeah, Sunil,
Any question?
this is Amol. Actually, this is same like as a VDI. Means in company, if someone is onboarded, then client will
Yes,
give some VDI. So this is same like
exactly.
as a VDI.
Yes, you can relate it to that. Okay, Aman?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, done. Any more questions? Jagdish, Siva, Bharat, Arvind. Okay, thank you for joining.
Sir,
Please
Thank you, sir.
practice. Yes, Jivan.
yeah. Uh, one second. Sir, if you don't do the instance shutdown, no? So what
If you
will
don't shut
happen?
down,
Yeah.
okay.
What will happen?
AWS provides 300 hours free EC2 missions. How many hours?
300 hours.
300 hours. You can use it for 1 month.
Okay.
Okay. 1 day is 24 hours, right? 10 days also, if you leave, around 240 hours will be completed. The moment you exceed 300 hours, then you get a bill. Okay, so the free account is having some restrictions. You need to follow the restrictions. That's the reason you should be careful. After practicing, please stop the missions. Okay, Jeevan?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. I hope you have enjoyed the session. What's our plan for tomorrow's session? Our plan for tomorrow's session, today I have shown you Windows machine. Tomorrow I'll show you Linux machine, how to create Linux, because the way we connect to Linux machine is different. How the Linux machine behaves is different. The the port mapping differs, and we'll all, if time permits, we'll also learn how to install a web server in that particular machine. So interesting concepts are coming for a tomorrow session. Until, please go ahead and create a new AWS account, and please experience creating Windows machine if you have time. Be focused and please use this Corona time to upgrade your skill sets so that you can have your career. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Please show the
Thank you
Mac
all.
OS system also.
Mac OS system is not eligible for free tier. Okay, what we are using is a free tier account, right? So
Yeah.
Mac OS is not eligible for free tier. Okay, but the experience will be the same. Thank you all.
Okay, sir.
Bye, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. See you tomorrow at same time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Bye bye.